Audio check 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 1. Audio check. Be sure to like our feed here. Give us a like. Let's see those likes. Let's reach those likes. Come on, guys. Get those likes going. Share with your friends and family. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back in 45 seconds. Hey guys, AJ Town here, live with the T Storm Chasers, ready to break down and start talking about some of this massive storm that is moving through the through the upper Midwest portion there. Sorry about that little glitch. Anyways, we are seeing how far this storm really does wrap and also moves down to the south there, over the Rockies area. We are seeing... I just heard my glitch in my ear. Sorry. I use a earpiece so then I can hear and make sure you guys are hearing too. Thanks, guys. Those of you that hit that like button and shared with your friends and family. Hey, Johnson, I will have another drink. Here's my drink right here. If not, my other drink is sitting right here, which is the Rockstar. But anyways, I don't drink. That's another story at another time, Johnson. But anyways, we will jump into this and start really looking at this system and when it's going to impact us. So we're starting at 21 Zulu, which is already passed. So 21 Zulu is going to be about 21 minus 6, 15, 3 o'clock. So we're going to move out of that area. So we're going to start at 06 Zulu. So that's going to be about midnight is what we are going to jump into this and start really breaking that down. Thanks for reminding me, Johnson. I got to have another drink. Anyways, as we come into this, we start to watch some development over the Nebraska area there that is going to bring us that heavier south that is going to push into the Sioux Falls area and actually eastern portions of South Dakota. That's where we're going to see the greatest snow accumulations with this as it comes across the area. We are going to be seeing anywhere from an additional 4 to 6 inches on top of what has already fallen. I believe last I looked we were just over 8 inches of snow that's already fallen across the region. So we are looking at right around that 14-inch mark is what we are going to top out at. As we put the map into motion here, we're going to jump now into the 09 Zulu, so about that 3 o'clock. One thing I want to mention, look at this area just to the east of Sioux Falls. Now this is indicating a strong band of heavy snow that will be pushing through, where we're going to see 2 to 3 inches per hour fall just east of Sioux Falls there. That's going to continue to progress its way northeastward into Minnesota. So we are going to see this system is going to really impact the Minnesota area. So if you have to travel eastward tomorrow, it's not going to be possible. I hate to say that. As we look at 6 o'clock in the morning, we start to see this system move out of the area. By lunch hour, we do expect it completely out of the Sioux Falls area and cleanup to begin. As we do continue to watch it, that does continue to shift off to the east and out of our main coverage area, being Minnesota, South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. We do watch just another little clipper system that passed through the Nebraska area on Friday into Saturday. But good news is we're not expecting an accumulation with that. As we go through the next couple hours here, we don't expect to see another system, but we are watching this system here now with this low pressure system. Good news as of right now, and this has been consistent with the model runs. If you go past and watched us, if you go back and watch our past streams, you can see how consistent this cell has been. This has been very consistent with model run to model run of it being rain. So that is good news. Bad news is right here where we just now jumped into. We are looking at this area here is going to be under a risk of seeing some severe weather come through that area on Monday. So definitely something we're going to have to watch. Now, as you can notice right here in this area, it's going to be looking as a rain, and further to the north here is going to be an ice probability with this. So something we're going to have to monitor there. That's going to be between Fargo and Watertown area that we're going to be watching fairly closely here. Then as we go into the next 6 hours there, it does put a small chance of seeing some of the ice precipitation in the Sioux Falls area come into Monday afternoon. So something we're going to have to watch pretty close here just to see if that ice accumulation. On the backside of that, as that does wrap around there, it is going to create a snow system. Fortunately, it's not going to impact our area. It's going to impact most of Wisconsin and eastern portions of Minnesota and into the upper peninsula of Michigan. And then that'll continue to move its way along the Great Lake area there, that low pressure system. And it's going to continue to move its way eastward and bring our system into the eastern portions of the United States, dumping a substantial amount of snow. Good news is we're not watching another major winter storm system for next week. So that is a good news. However, we do see just a little bit of a development of another winter storm that is moving through, again, the central portions of the Midwest, or eastern portions of the Midwest. There is what we are watching into the Michigan area. That low pressure system, again, is impacting that area. We do see just a little bit of a clipper system here. I do want to touch base on that on Wednesday. So just something we're going to watch just briefly is going to be that Wednesday. We do have a little bit of a chance of a clipper system. Let's zoom back in and go back home here. Let's start this at 06 Zulu, or we're going to jump back here. 06 Zulu, so about midnight. Again, we are watching this area here. That will push off to the northeastward. So we do have to watch that because of that's where our strongest snow is going to come, where we're going to see upwards between 1 to 3 inches per hour with this. As we go into the next 3 hour increment there, we're going to have to watch just west of the Sioux Falls area there, where we are going to have that chance of seeing snow totals anywhere 3+ inches per hour that we're going to see. Now, as I did mention, that one system did shift northeastward, so it is going to bring that chance of seeing between 2 to 3 inches of snow per hour into the Sioux Falls area, as that sticks around for about a 3-hour window is what we are looking at. So that is where we're going to get our final snow totals with this storm system. Again, that is going to quickly move off to the north and to the east and out of the area by lunch. We do see that little bit of a snow chance on Friday down south, but not much of a concern with that. As we go into the rest of the week there, we start to watch that Monday system. Remember, guys, that we do see that mixed precipitation just to the north of us there. And then down southward is going to be mostly rain. This has been strongly suggesting rain, so definitely not something that we are concerned with as it being a snow probability. We are watching it as a rain system. We are concerned, again, down south, down in this area here, of seeing some severe weather. So as we're dealing with the snow, down south is going to be dealing with some severe weather probabilities. As we do put the map into motion, we do see that continue to progress eastward and out of the area. We do have that little clipper system that we did see pass through the area there on Wednesday, something we're just keeping a little eye on. Not too confident on that because that has not been confident as far as continuation of that severe of it occurring. As we do put the map into motion there, we are seeing a gorgeous week for the rest of the week. Unfortunately, the folks out east is not going to see that, and we are going to finish this into the weekend of next week without seeing any precipitation. So that is the plus. What is our total snowfalls with this? Now, this is on top of what has already fallen as far as this model is concerned. We are looking at already, let's go 0, we'll go 0.3 Zulu. So we're looking right around that 5-6 inches already on the ground according to this. So now as we go into the rest of the evening and into the overnight hours, we're looking at an additional 4 to 6 inches with this system as it pushes out of the area. Again, so we're going to continue to see these road closures, these school closures for tomorrow. My projection is, because this is going to move out by noon tomorrow, that we're going to start to see those interstates reopen, both north and east of us and west of us. We're going to start seeing those interstates open by the evening time frame. But don't hold me to that, because one factor that we do have is these winds that are going to stick around for a little bit. That is going to bring us that blowing and drifting snow probability. And as that occurs, that's going to create some driving concerns as well. So as we come in the 00 Zulu, so about that 6 o'clock time frame, like I mentioned when I kind of project that they will start opening the interstates, is going to be right around that upper 20s to lower 30 time frame. So it would not surprise me if they left the interstates closed through the day on Thursday and open them by Friday morning. But my confidence on that is actually low that will occur. My confidence is a little higher on it occurring Thursday evening for that coming up. One thing we did want to touch on and mention is we're watching that Monday area for that severe weather. And here is that little bit of a severe weather that we are watching. I think this severe weather indication pushes that a little further southward than what's really going to happen. It's going to be a little further northeastward there that we are watching. And that is that little cell that you saw right down there of that being a severe weather cell. Let me get that back up. Right there is what it's saying. I'm not confident on this. Sue, thank you for those 50 stars. Greatly appreciate the stars, guys. Thank you. But anyways, that is going to be a little further northeastward into the Omaha, Des Moines, and north of the Kansas City area is where I'm kind of watching for that development over the course of the next couple days. One thing I did want to mention, snow totals. Let's take a quick look at snow totals across the region here. Now, this is as of 9:30. We do see that some of that is, let's go 36 hours back. If we do quick 36 hours back, you can see down south they received about 2.5 inches, and around the Sioux Falls area, we're anywhere between 5.5 to 4 inches. Some areas upwards to 6 inches of snow just in the upper north eastern portions of Minnehaha County. There's right around that. Eastward over into north of Laverne area there is north of Laverne is over that 7-inch mark as well. And we're going to see this precipitation continue to come through the overnight hour. That's why we still continue to have this blizzard warning out. That blizzard warning is in effect until tomorrow, and we do expect to see those blowing and drifting snow. We do have multiple warnings out in weather advisories across much of the upper Midwest. Wind chill advisories, wind chill warnings, winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories, and even an ice storm warning there just north of the I-80 corridor between I-80 and I-90. As we do continue to, let's take a quick look at the GFS. Now, this is on top of what has already fallen, is what the GFS is looking at, and that is going to be a coincidence with that heavier band that is going to be pushing through. So about that 5.8 inches on top of what's already fallen. So that's going to end us with our total right around that 12-inch mark, between that 12 to 14-inch mark, which has been what we've been looking at the whole entire time. As we do take a quick look at our current radar, we do start to see that area down south that is in the Nebraska area starting to move northeastward. So that is going to bring us some heavier snow too, as that does continue to progress its way northeastward. So definitely something we are going to have to watch fairly closely. As we come into our next one here, this will actually give us a little bit of a better detail of hour by hour. We're going to jump here to about that 12 o'clock time frame. We do see those heavier bands starting to push northeastward and into the Sioux Falls area. That's going to bring us that snow total rates of 1+ inches per hour. You can see, if you do kind of look there, the darker blues is going to be a little bit of a stronger system. Again, that's going to push out by about that 7 o'clock time frame in northeastward. And that's going to give us that time to start really cleaning up. So by, definitely by noon, things will be cleaned up and stuff. That's why my confidence is a little bit higher on it, on I-90 and I-29 being opened both days, both tomorrow. As we take a look at their National Weather Service's information here, what they are projecting is when the snow will end. That is their latest projection. Now, this is not our information. This is National Weather Service's information. Again, they are saying another final portion between that 5 to 7 inch mark, which is what we're talking about as well. As we take a look, and this is kind of why I was leaning towards maybe it might take a little longer for those interstates to open, is look at these wind speeds. We are seeing wind speeds anywhere 30 to 40 miles an hour, and with then wind gust through the day on Thursday is going to stick around to 25 to 30 miles an hour. So definitely some chance of seeing those interstates continuing to remain closed due to those wind gusts that we are going to see across the area. One factor, though, that we do have with that wind gust is going to be these cold wind chills that are going to be pushing through the area. I don't want to say it, but maybe wouldn't surprise me if some schools do remain closed on Friday because of the wind chill values as being a factor with this as well. So definitely going to be some cold winds pushing through the area. As we take a quick look at the latest weather chart here put out by the National Weather Service, we do see that snow tapering off about that 6 a.m. and then about a chance of another 1/10 of an inch pushing through on between 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. So again, completely out of the area by lunchtime on Thursday is what we are looking at. So that is a plus. One thing we do want to mention is we got some cold temps across the region right now. Good news is, though, southeastern South Dakota is looking at temps in still double digits, but it's not going to take too much to look at a cold area. As we take a look at the wind chill values across the area, wind chill values are already in the negative double digits for much of South Dakota. Just that southeastern portions of South Dakota is where it is just a little bit warmer with those wind chill values. One thing I want to take a quick look at is going to be our road reports. There we go. Got that up. Here is a look at Sioux Falls City Live web cameras. We do see that much of the roadways are still quite snow-packed and snow-covered as that is moving across the area. As we take a look at South Dakota 511's website, we are looking at basically east of the river is under a no travel advisory for much of the state, again, except for that southeast South Dakota. But as you can see, even going further northward, there no travel advisory for much of the state. On the eastern portions of the state, as we look further westward, down along the south of I-90, we are seeing no travel advisories as well. And this is why. Here is I-90 by Mitchell. Look at these roads, guys. These roads are just completely blown, drifted shut and everything. Here is a look at I-29. Let's blow that up here. There is I-29 right there, and you can see that you can still see the roadway there with that. That is one reason why we do see that that is a area that we're not seeing the no travel advisory in, but we are still hearing some calls of slide-ins and drifting issues as well further south. Let's take a quick look at our... Oops. Just trying to look at some other cameras here. So this is I-90 north of Sioux Falls, right by the Dell Rapids area there. You can just see these roads are not even passable, even down to one lane or anything with that. As we take a look at your Minnesota area there, southwestern portions of Minnesota is completely closed as well with that. No travel advisories for much of western portions of Minnesota. As we jump into Nebraska, we are seeing some road closures in northeastern Nebraska there. Northwestern Nebraska. As we look in eastern portions of Nebraska there, much of the roadway is what they call partially covered. There is just a few areas there near West Point that is going to be completely covered. As we take a look at Iowa, Iowa does have some road closures as well. I believe that is, not sure of that highway. I think it's Highway 9. Don't quote me on that because I know I'm wrong. There is that road closure there. This is the casino. Yep, I was right. Highway 9. Highway 9 that goes through Larchwood there and into Spirit Lake is closed. Highway 59 is closed. And then northwestern Iowa is also under that issue of no travel advisories there. So, that being said, folks, we are looking at this system pushing through, again, just through the overnight hours. We are looking at just another brief clipping of snow systems that's going to bring us another 4 to 6 inches of snow as that pushed through the area. There is a quick look. Let me get out of the way here. I'll get out of the way. Give me just 1 second. I got to find the right slide to get out of the way. We'll jump out of the way here. And we do see there is South Dakota. And this is on top of what's already fallen. Give or take about 3 to 4 inches what's already on the ground when this model was ran. So definitely take it with a little bit of a grain of salt because we are looking at 3 to 4 inches that's already has fallen on top of this. So again, for the Sioux Falls area, I'm right around that 4 to 6 inch mark of an additional. Maybe the 7 inch mark is what we might come up with close. But further northward you go, the snow totals are going to increase. Same thing with the further west you go, we're looking at those snow totals increase as well. So, that being said, We do expect this system, again, to be completely out of the area by about that lunchtime out of South Dakota, including like in I-29 corridor between Sioux Falls to North Dakota. That is why, again, we did mention that we do expect to see I-29 and I-90 open tomorrow evening, if not tomorrow late daytime hours. So we will continue to monitor this winter storm as it progresses throughout the overnight hours. Don't be surprised if you do hear some thunder snow and see some some lightning snow. That one I created myself just to be funny. But anyways, we will see those chances as well. We will see some probability of seeing snow totals of 1 to 3 inches fall per hour. So something we're going to have to monitor very closely. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thanks to those of you that share with your friends and family. Thank you guys, those of you that gives us those stars. And thank you those that just simply hit the like button and interact with our videos. Thanks, guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you later.